fetch the benefit and put it write in the Excel file and send it to the client.
And
After
how many years of experience do you have?
total, I have almost 7 years, but I didn't have much experience in RP. I just hands-on experience.
Tell me one thing. Why have you placed your RPA developer like roles and responsibilities below the claim analyst? Are you applying for senior claim analyst here?
No, no, I just I need to RP developer first and then claim analyst, right?
Just check
I will
this.
change resume.
That's fine. Okay. With respect to development, what have you done?
Uh, mainly last month I just practice on HPDB database, which is my office laptop, which is mentioned in my resume. And if you see the second page,
Mhm. Do you have any idea about orchestrator queues?
yeah, I have orchestral queue. Uh, just practices on orchestral queue, but I didn't complete any project on that.
Can you tell me your
Uh,
issues
User
and
container.
while working with the
Yeah, yeah.
projects, what are the issues you face so far?
For data uploading to queue, I didn't face any challenges right now.
Kundan, how many years of experience are you projecting in UiPath in your resume?
Almost around 1.5 till December.
But here I can see from December
Yeah,
2020.
1.6 I think.
From December 2020, you are working as an RP developer. That's what you have mentioned here.
Yeah, initially I mentioned in resume that myself, then I didn't get any call or for interview.
Okay. So here are the problems with your resume. Okay. Educational qualification, only graduation in math should be fine. No need for other two. Professional experience can go on the top. Career objective, if you want, you can keep it, else remove it. Okay. Self-evaluation can go at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. In on the top resume, instead of name Kundan Kumar, on the left side, on the top instead of resume, write Kundan Kumar, and then write the details. On the right side, keep UiPath logo. Okay. Second thing is you are not prepared for the interviews. I'm sorry to say that, but you are not prepared. And when you are telling that you have close to 1.5 to 2 years of experience, I just asked you, have you worked on queues? And the immediate answer you gave me is, I just worked queues on my laptop, on my personal laptop. When you are in an interview, there is nothing personal that you need to mention. Okay. So even if you didn't work on queues, say that we worked on queues, right, in our projects. Have you practiced along with other team members or not?
In Teams, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not right now. Actually, I hardly get 2.5 hours in after office hours.
That's fine. Even if you
So
have
mainly we
30
get
minutes to 1 hour per day, that should be enough because our videos are not more than that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So again, all the best for your current interview, today's interview. But Kundan, at least prepare your transcript. Have you prepared your transcript?
Actually, most of the interview on our team and Google Meet, not on mobile phone.
Yeah, Teams and Google Meet. If you open that in laptop, or have open your mobile, open the recorder and start recording.
Okay, I will send my transcript.
Okay. See, if you are not ready with your transcript, at least use the transcript that we have because at least that can help you on answering how you should answer, right? Interview transcript. I'm not sure if it is available here or not. Yeah, just check with this one in the general settings, or you can also get the details in general folder. Teams, general folder. You have transcripts available for you. Okay. So these are the interview preparation transcript that we have, live interview, mock interview recording. So just go ahead and check with these. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, check UiPath already interview questions.
live interview recording transcript. Just check with that. Okay, you're not prepared,
Okay,
Kundan. Prepare and go because the more interviews you go without preparation, the more time you will be wasting. Okay, how many do you want
yeah,
your
yeah.
resume to be viewed? Thanks, Kundan. How many?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
My resume is used by you already, but we can go ahead with mock interview.
Do we have mock in? Do we need to take a mock interview? Okay, let's do it.
Yes,
Okay. Is it one page resume?
yes,
System engineer. Okay. I think this seems to be fine. I don't have issue with the format. This is good. I have 3 years of experience in IT industry, hands-on experience in automated process or self-motivated professional. So, are you saying that you are good with UiPath?
yes.
Keep UiPath logo on the top.
Okay.
Okay. Understanding manual process. How many can you tell me about yourself?
Um, I'm currently working for data consultancy services, and I have total 4 years of experience. And relevant experience is 2 years. I have been part of complete secular squad and worked on orchestrating also. And that's it from the
That's it. See, tell me about yourself should kill at least 10 minutes of the interviewer's time. Okay, and here you did not change this one. Achievements, the achievement name. You have taken a format from somewhere, but you haven't updated it properly. Even here, you have copy pasted. See, things are important. Everything will
And
come.
it was done because education was here and it was not, it was taking it and like it was getting into the other thing. So
That's
I
fine. Here, the
need to,
extra content, extra
yeah,
characters that you can at least remove.
yes, I'll make it.
Okay, I am not able to see anything that's related to UiPath and RPA. Like any project or any detail. We have only details about some Excel, Word, automation, something, and worked with business analysts identifying requirements. There are no details about the process life cycle. If you want to have a go through integration, acceptance, testing, and all. Can you tell me the life cycle of RPA project in your organization?
Yeah. We generally start with the analysis process first, and then we'll make sure when the requirement is from the client, we will perform the change manually and check whether it is suitable for the automation or not. If it is possible, then we'll go ahead with the safety preparation, where we are going to mention all the applications and steps we are going to follow in this we must as it and to be processes. Once we get a sign off from the business analyst for our CDD, we are going ahead with the development stage where we are creating workflows for the project we are working on. And after the board development is completed, we will go with the testing phase where unit testing and integration testing is done. Once everything is ready, we check always with the developer environment and we proceed with the prod, which is called then it is a deployment phase. So here we are going to deploy with the help of our team lead and the client. And after once deployment is done, we have a hypercare phase for around 2 weeks where we are on high alert to check if everything is going well. Then once the hypercare is done, the project moves to the maintenance. So this is the general life cycle of project we are using. Uh,
So you did it very well, and you are able to explain all the stages, and you are able to explain what you will do. So you can also include this in your tell me about yourself. I worked as an RP developer in my current organization, and my current life cycle of the project goes something like this. You can start and you can continue. So there will not be any break between what you want to tell and what is required. Okay.
yeah, I like.
Just make sure if you are giving, tell me about yourself, talk at least 10 minutes without stop. You can write a script, you can write a script, you can use
Okay.
the scream script, you can read it,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay?
I'll do that.
Yeah. So can you tell me about Orchestrator and how you have used Orchestrator? What are the different modules you used the Orchestrator for?
We are generally once a bot is developed, we publish and test by using uh, different modules. And like whenever we want to complete it, while publishing package, we enter all the details required for the model experiment details, etc. Further, we will be scheduling it using filters to run our bot on time. But like if you want to be run it in range of particular 6 p.m. like that. And we check for the logs and process and if there is some we also create effects inside the orchestrators created in the box we use the effects from the orchestrator even if we we have to make any changes we are going to change it from the orchestrator only. We have few
You can tell something like this. I have used most of the modules in Orchestrator. Okay, like then you can go step by step. You can open just your Orchestrator and see. Okay, now can you see my screen share?
Yes.
So if I open my Orchestrator, or at least if I open UiPath Orchestrator documentation, okay, now this is where you can talk a lot about Orchestrator. So people tend to miss these things, but they should actually follow. Okay. Now, is your orchestrator on-prem orchestrator or a cloud orchestrator?
It, it depends on the project. The previous project I worked was on-prem and that's one.
So you mean is it are it two is it two organizations or in the same organization you have two
I have a
orchestrators?
different client.
Okay.
The previous client was a that we used on-prem, and my
Okay.
current client is a Kaiser where we are using cloud.
Okay. So what is the difference between on-prem and cloud?
Uh, On-prem, the migration is a bit difficult, and we cannot migrate very frequently. Coming to the cloud, it is easier and to go with the migration
Never
where
fall into the loop of migration.
on-prem is little
Harmony, never fall into the loop of migration, because if you start talking about migration, people will ask you about migration. Okay, you can say that as of now, as a developer standpoint, I don't see any difference because the UI will still be same. Only one orchestrator is maintained by the my current organization or my client, and the other one is in the cloud. There is no difference with the UI and all. The UI is still same. Can this be an answer? Okay, now I haven't spoken anything about migration because if you go into migration, they will go ahead and ask you about infrastructure questions. Okay,
of
okay. Now, when you are working with orchestrator, here you go. You can see what are the different orchestrator details that you have. So you worked on automations, you worked on processes, you worked on jobs and triggers, and I worked on the logs, monitoring, and queues. I worked on all the activities or all the kinds of modules that are available in Orchestrator. Then you start dig deep into each and everything. The main concept of Orchestrator is to maintain all the details about all the executions of the bots at one place. Now, if I want to monitor something, I will go into the logs and I will check with the job details. And with respect to monitoring, if I want to see if any machine is available or if any process is available, I will see in the monitoring tab. And in the queues, I will be using queues to maintain or to have the data at one place so that I can segregate the jobs to different robots and I can run them parallelly or I can execute them parallelly. Okay, did you get it? Just go with these subheadings. Just add some front and back and then go with this subheading. That should be enough. Okay, tell me about assets. Just go into the assets and see. There are four types of assets. Boolean asset you have, integer asset you have, string asset you have, and credential asset you have. The main difference between all the other assets and credential asset is credential asset will have two values, a password and a username. Boolean, text, integer, and credential. Okay, so now how to send multiple assets to multiple robots with single name. Did you understand my question?
Yes, I understand your question, but
That doesn't
Maybe I have
matter. See, that's the problem. Don't even worry. Okay. So when you are working with assets, there is a value called per robot asset. There is a global value as well as there is a per robot asset. So depending upon the machine it's executing, I can change my asset as per my requirement. Value per account machine. Okay. So if your machine and my machine are connected to a single orchestrator, okay. Now if I want to have separate asset values, for example, my shared folder is different from your shared folder. Then using a single asset name, I can have multiple values in it. Okay.
depending on the machine.
Yeah. Have you migrated any process from one orchestrator to other orchestrator? Can you tell me the
I was
steps?
not part of my itself.
Okay, there is a difference again. Orchestrator migration is different from that of a process migration. When you are saying process migration, it means that have you moved process from dev to UAT, from UAT to production.
Coming to the process, I was not part of not the
Again, a wrong answer. See, we have already moved orchestrator. We have already published some packages, right? We created some external packages and we moved them to orchestrators by upload package, right? That is process migration. Okay. So what we need to do first is we need to create a deployment sheet of all the details that we need to uh, we need to think about. If there are any triggers to be created, if there are any new process to be updated, where exactly should it be updated, what is the process name, and what are the all the assets that we need to create, everything should be maintained. We will prepare a document first. Okay, so using that document, so if I want to create any asset, I will go ahead and create all the assets. Now, will you store credentials in that document?
no.
Yeah, the answer should be no, and the correct answer goes like this. No, we should not store credentials, but what we will do is we have a manager who actually maintains all the credentials. So whenever we are deploying, manager also will be there in the call. He will create credentials for us, and we will just use them in the production environment. Okay? Yeah, fine. So your resume, I think this is okay for a beginner level, but not for a 2 years experienced person. Okay? Just go ahead and update it, add few more projects, and see, we already have projects, right? In my GitHub, I have given you sample projects. Just take one project, change a code, change whatever want, whatever name you want to add it, but just have some projects
Okay.
so that you can at least talk what is there in your resume. Keep UiPath Developer Foundation and Advanced on the top. People are not interested if you won a Taekwondo championship, right? But they are interested if you have a UiPath certification for your resume. Okay,
One
so
thing that asking that if you have UiPath certification,
yeah, say
basically
that I
I
have
want to
all the
learn
free
UiPath.
certifications from UiPath. Go to UiPath Academy and complete all the certifications. It will not take more than 1 hour or 2 hours to complete each module. Okay.
Yeah, so mention that is the certification for computer or are they going to ask me advanced certification on
See,
that extra
even with the advanced,
the paid
you have advanced free advanced certification in UiPath, so you can even do that. So if you go to academy.uipath.com,
Yeah, I have idea about that.
you have free certification, right? Just do that. And if they ask you any paid certification, and tell that my organization is not providing me or did not ask me to do that, so I haven't done it. Okay. Yeah. So if you are going to sponsor, or if you want me to do it in your organization, then I'll come to your organization and I'll do it. Okay. Rarely they will not ask that. They will. It's very rare that they ask that question, but you can easily tell
Maybe they
that
are questioning because they want to know. They're asking after seeing certification also. Maybe you have certification.
orchestrator
It is
certification.
like,
See, those are
no,
already
they're
available.
just asking. They're not even mentioning. It's fine. I'm myself explaining them I have
Yeah.
certification.
So if you are explaining them, then just show them that yeah, you complete from the academy and show them. Okay. Fine. So let's stop it for you. So I will give you next 10 minutes and then we'll close this session. Any questions for me?
Sir,
Yes.
is Citrix automation done only through Citrix recording that we have recording option, right?
Okay.
Is it done only through recording option or
Citrix automation is a kind of automation that is similar to a desktop automation, but not
okay?
web because Citrix is a screen automation, right?
Yes, yes.
So you can say that I worked with Citrix automation, but with UI. The only change with Citrix automation is, see, if you go with UiPath Academy or UiPath documentation, UiPath Citrix automation. Of the networks. What is this? So what are we discussing about? Sorry, I missed it.
Citrix automation.
So if you go into UiPath Citrix automation, first thing you need to do is see, there are two things people normally ask. Have you done SAP automation and have you done Citrix automation?
Yeah.
Okay,
Every they're asking the same question. I'm
exactly.
saying no.
Okay, so the answer can be something like, uh, yes, I worked, and Citrix is basically a desktop automation. Okay,
Okay.
so how to configure Citrix automation? First, you need to install add-on Citrix add-on in your machine as well as in client machine. Setting up a client, there need to be a Citrix receiver on the client machine.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to first see for Chrome and all, you are installing this add-ons, right, on the top.
Yes.
In the
Yes, yes.
same way, for to work with Citrix, you need to have Citrix receiver or Citrix workspace on a client machine. Okay,
Okay.
so once it is done, then you need to have Citrix enabled in your machine. See, Citrix plugin, you need to restart all the Citrix items. See, Citrix must be used only with image automation or hotkeys. You cannot literally access each and every element in Citrix, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Only images.
yeah, so you need to download the remote runtime installer. You can request it from here. Okay. Install remote runtime on Citrix
Okay.
application servers. So this should be installed on the Citrix servers, not on your machines. Okay. And you can also say that client is not ready to install UiPath add-ons in their servers
Okay.
because it can be a system breach, or they don't know, they haven't evaluated the risk, so they don't want to add any custom add-on on their servers. But what they want to do is they want to do image automation. Okay, so that's how you can
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Just check
Do we
with this.
have any suggestion video to check with
See, this
Citrix
document is enough
automation
for
list?
you, but even if you don't want to go with this, there is a module for Citrix automation, UiPath Citrix automation learning. Okay, the best answers are something like this. If there is any icon on Citrix, then how will you click it?
Okay.
Okay, so first thing is I will open the Citrix and I will make sure that is in full screen so that I don't have any scroll
Okay.
bars. Okay,
Okay.
after that I will use image automation to identify one particular icon that I need to click, and then I will click on that icon. The other way is I can use hotkeys to send Control R, Windows R, and I will start typing all my commands over here. So if I want to open calculator, I will just type calc and hit enter, and it will open calculator for me. And I will use image
Okay.
automation again, and I will work on it. And if I want to close, I will again send a hotkey Alt F4. So it will close my application. So using Citrix, I mostly depend on image automation as well as my hotkeys.
Okay.
The same goes with this one, RDP as well. One more thing that you are going to get is SAP automation.
Yeah.
Okay, so even for SAP, they need
Is
to.
it fine to say that? Is it fine to say that we haven't worked on SAP for two
That's
years of
that's fine. That's
experience?
fine. Not every project will have SAP, right?
Yeah.
But if in the interview or in the job description, if they have mentioned that you need to have SAP automation skills, then you may need to think.
Okay.
But till then, don't worry. Okay.
Yeah.
So see, UiPath SAP interview questions. If you go ahead and type, there will be only few questions. How will you make sure that automation works on SAP? So the best answer is there need to be a script enabled inside settings of a SAP application. Once the script is enabled, you need to restart, and you will have a prefix like when you are working with Windows applications, you will have window and then the selector, right? WND.
Yes. Yes.
For SAP, you will have the selector with SAP. So that's what will
Okay.
make all the difference, nothing else. But you need to make sure the scripting is enabled in SAP application. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
And how? Yeah. How to migrate a process from dev to prod environment, like
I,
in
I have also
orchestrated
already
or
said, right?
deployment?
You need to make sure first you prepare the deployment sheet.
Okay. Like assets we'll be creating in dev orchestrated, right? How do we move that? Like,
We
should
need to
we create
create.
again in
We need
prod
to
and
create. We need to create. Dev and production should
okay.
not be linked at any point of time. You need to create them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Vajra.
Yes. So, and these questions are for everyone. See, normally you will not get too many of SAP questions if the projects are not on SAP. They will just try to pull your leg, try to see if you already have any experience on it and worked on it or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question that I will take today. Please tell me what is the question.
What is session variable?
Okay. See, when you start a job or when we started today our meeting, right? Okay,
Yeah.
if I create a variable when I start a meeting and if it is going to close till the end of the meeting, then it's a session variable. Okay, I will explain you again. So in RE framework, okay, when you open RE framework, in the beginning you will assign um, a data table in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that table is a session variable because for that complete job session, it's going to stay.
Okay.
Okay, any kind of variable that starts at a job and will not close or will not get destroyed till the end of the job are session variables. Those are also just variables, nothing else. Okay, so the only thing that will make a difference is the next when you pick up a next transaction, the value still remains the same. But when you are working some variables, it will have scopes. So when you move out of the scope, the variable will be destroyed and you will reinitialize again in the beginning, right?
Yes.
But for session variables, you will not do like that. Once you initialize it till the end of the program, you will wait for that session variable. Okay, maybe current date and time you can take as a session variable, and every time you add a log, you will add this current session ID in the logs, so that if you want to filter, you will filter it based on the session or that particular ID. It's any custom value that you can place. Did I answer your
Okay.
question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vasan, I want to click mock interview.
What do you want to take?
I want to take mock interview.
You want to have a mock interview for yourself. Okay. Do you have a resume ready?
Yeah. I want to. Yeah. Yeah. I uploaded in the files folder with resumes. You can find it resumes folder.
Please share your screen and share your resume.
Yeah, actually, Vasan, I connected with my mobile phone.
So, do you have your resume in our Teams?
Yes. Yes. We have.
Okay. So let me just open it for you then. Anil Kumar,
Yeah.
is it a PPT?
Yes.
Okay. Don't send it as PPTX. Send it as PDF.
Okay. Sorry. I'll change that.
What do you have? Okay, wrong representation. Maybe you can turn this into a A4 size paper and you can send it. Okay,
Okay.
I think that's fine. If you are good with this, that's fine. I'm trying to read it like a newspaper. Um, Million savings done, business value. I think you have mentioned business value delivered. That is good. Um, okay, can you explain me about your projects, Anil?
Yeah, project is like mainly on SAP project it is, and the project is consists of different parts like preloading file creation and posting the data into SAP and get the posting document number. And the other one is like PDF remittances, which is needed document understanding. And the other one is Excel remittance, and which is need macro involved in this, and creating a pre-clearance, and after that we need to create the payments for into the customer account. This is the project actually, and I am working for my role is to work on PDF rentals, which involves document understanding, and also after creating the preloading file, I need to clear the payments. And for this, we need to go to SAP screen and we need to enter a T code. And after that, we will get one cache application tracker, and we need to download that. And later, we need to enter another T code, and we need, like that, we need to enter three T codes, and we need to download the three Excel sheets, and we need to use the VLOOKUP, and after that, we need to create the preloading file. And after creating the preloading file, we need to post the preloading file, whatever the document, whatever the numbers we have, we need to post into the customer account, and we need to get the posting document number. And then we need to work on PDF remittances, which is involved, as earlier said, like document understanding. And with that, I will get the like customer account number and customer and what are the invoice numbers we have, and what are the other reference numbers we have, and what are the amounts the customer is posted in that. And also we need to get the total payment amount and customer name we need to identify, and later we need to convert that PDF remittance into Excel sheet, and we need to save it in the SharePoint folder with SharePoint activities. And here and after that, I'm not dealing with the Excel remittance part, and my team member is doing that and with the macro. And I don't have overall idea on macro, but I know what exactly it is doing. And after that, macro operation is done, we will get the macro Excel file generated, and we need to do again VLOOKUP with PDF remittance and Excel remittance. And after doing the VLOOKUP, and we need to compare with the posting document sheet, and we need to compare these three again. We need to create a single file, and we need to move this file to upstream, and they will validate this file. And after that, if everything is fine, they will update in one column is like check. If it is yes, then we need to do the clearance part into the customer account, and after that we need to get the clearance document number, and that need to be updated in the Excel sheet, and finally we need to save the complete document
Okay,
into the
Anil,
SharePoint.
just a second. So, as a if you are going for a technical interview, tell less about the process, more about technical things.
Okay.
To what I understood till now, you are explaining more on the process front.
Okay.
Rather than that, tell at a technology level, like, okay, I have used orchestrator in this. Maybe for PDF, I have used document understanding. Using document understanding, I have extracted values, and I have also used validation station. If I want to enable it, I will just enable it uh, from the orchestrator using a key value, or I can just enable it from the SF, and I will store the values in the Excel in a shared folder on a SharePoint.
Okay.
So the more you talk on technical details, the more so how many years you are projecting? You are projecting as a 3+ years of IT industry experience as a developer. It's not on a business analyst front, right?
Yeah.
So
Like
talk,
to
talk,
place.
yeah, talk more on the technical details. You can say that okay, there are three different processes that are available. Now with these three different processes, there is a bottleneck stating that one process should be completed only after completing the next one. So we when we are trying to schedule this, we are trying to make sure the first one gets completed. When the first one is not completed, we will trigger out an alert stating that the first one is not completed. So process it manually.
Okay.
Okay. So these alerts and these details are will be sent timely manner, and the bots are scheduled at a proper time. And even if a user wants to schedule it, they have the right to schedule or they have the right to manually trigger it from the orchestrator.
Okay.
So when you tell something on the technical front, then you will have more questions on what you can take the interview as per your requirement. For example, if you are very good with orchestrator, lead your questions so that they will ask you on orchestrator front.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Did you understand the difference between the way how I asked you to answer and how you are answering?
Yes. Yes. I need to concentrate more on technical point of view, like
Yeah.
whatever I have used, like orchestrator and queues and document understanding. And these are the activities I need to highlight so that I will get more questions on that, and they can able to understand that he has more knowledge on the technical point of view.
Exactly. See, process, any kind of process can be automated with UiPath. But the way how you use the tools and how you were able to get things done is what we are more looking at. Okay, but if you are into delivery standpoint or if you are into a business process analyst standpoint, then whatever you're telling is correct. Okay, you also need to tell about, see, whenever someone asks you about a question, just see if you can answer according to a life cycle. Like in the analysis phase, what you have done, in the design phase, what you have done, in development phase, what you have done, testing and deployment phase. So if you are going in this manner, it will be easy for others to understand. Because
Got it.
you are involved in each and every part and each and every step of the process life cycle. Okay, I think you are already working as a RPA developer, if I'm not wrong. Is it right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So now the way how you answered the question is completely different from the previous two members or three members that I have asked. And I really like the way how you continued to answer for more than 2 to 3 minutes for every question. Okay. So now, what is your current package and what is your expected package?
Yeah. My current package, my current city is like 7.15, and I'm looking for 100% hike. As I have 2+ years of experience, I require 14. For 14, I am expecting.
You can ask for 18.
Okay.
Okay. You can ask for
Yeah.
18. And instead of having 3+ years of experience, place 3 years of experience with UiPath and RPA. What's wrong in it? They are not going to check or validate, right? But be prepared that if you are placing 3 years, then you need to have a total of 20 bots plus that are developed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also say that I worked on both complex, medium, and simple projects. I have delivered projects even within 2 days.
Okay.
Those are very simple scripts,
Yeah.
but those are repeatedly used. Even now, they are using them. Okay, so you need to convince the interviewer stating that you are the only person out of 100 members that he can take.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, you're doing very well, you're answering very well, you are up to the point. Just make sure you drive the interview.
Okay.
interviewer should not have that leverage to ask questions as if he wants. You need to make sure the interviewer asks questions whatever you want him to ask. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you have very good technical capability. You can ask for 100% or more, and you can definitely say that, see, though I am only a developer, I'm not only doing the development activities. I'm a part of COE activities as well, where we create custom packages or we create our own modules, and I do train people. Sometimes you can tell that I do train people at multiple levels. So you're not getting only a developer from me, you're getting more than a developer.
Okay.
I don't do only development, I do all the other activities as well, and that's the reason I'm expecting more salary. Okay,
So,
tell in a convincing manner and make sure that they agree to your terms.
okay.
You will do very well. And when have you
And
already placed resignation already?
I couldn't get you.
Have you placed resignation already in your current organization?
No, I haven't.
Are you willing to place it?
Yes.
Okay. If you are willing to place it, see, I don't expect you to place resignation and then go for interviews. Make sure at least if you go for third round or HR round, then you can place your resignation because I'm sure you're going to crack the interviews for sure.
Thanks, Vasan.
Okay. Don't delay because most of the opportunities that are high paying will come at a short span. Because people who are ready to pay 18 lakhs, they will also see if you are joining within a very short time or not. Okay, it's easy for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Place the
Okay.
resignation and start looking.
Yeah. And Vasan, in the middle, I said like
Hmm.
I haven't worked on macro thing, but I have idea on that.
That's
And
fine. Not everyone is looking for everything to be worked on. You can say that macros are written by some other team. We are just implementing them. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So this question is very important for me. From the answer from you is very crucial. So, is there any difference from the day you have joined before you have joined this training program, and is there any difference by now?
yes, yes, Vasan. Exactly. I have so much difference from me, and because even before I haven't looked for any job opportunities, and I don't want to left the organization because I don't have enough confidence with me to crack the interview. So now I have complete confidence to change the organization.
Excellent. Yeah.
Like initially also, I have gone through your videos and also your mock interview sessions you are placing day by day. Every day you are updating the YouTube one mock interview. I used to follow your videos and also the Sudhir Nemagata, and with your two you are the two people whose videos supported me to learn the UiPath, and with your videos only I gone through interview. Initially, I worked with it is just a tagging type. What I can say, Google. You have an idea on Google, like
Mm.
Wipro by Google.
Mhm.
That is like normal data entry type work. After that, in COVID situation, I worked on both of Sudhir Nimagata videos and your videos, and cracked the interview Capgemini.
Okay.
And now I am with the Capgemini with I initially kept like 1+ years of experience. Now I have that 1+, and now I have hands-on experience with another added for me. Now
Mm.
I don't have fear with me that I don't have any experience with me how to deal and what exactly happening in the organization. Now in my team members also everyone supporting me, and I that's the and your both your videos help me a lot to crack the interview, and now this session is helping me to look for new opportunities.
Okay. So what about our training program? This last 30 days program, how is it?
Yeah, everything is fine. What I am expecting and 100% I got from it.
Great. Thank you so much, Anil. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much, guys. I have already uploaded videos. I will just give you the access in the meanwhile. And that's it. Anything else? You can talk or else we can drop off.